Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 307 International. It's your boy Dimitri alongside Labro in a beautiful evening to be an Olympiacos fan in Greece, abroad, worldwide, on Mars. We're both buzzing. It's a great night to be part of the Thrilos family. Olympiacos have won at OAKA by 99 points to 88. We've taken a 2-1 lead in the Greek League finals. The series goes back to Seth. This is just madness. Right. Before we get into it, before we start chatting about everything, just a quick shout to like and subscribe, comment, engage. We appreciate all your support. All of your help goes back into what we do with 307 International. And the same goes with our Patreon. Please, if you can, support us on Patreon from as little as $1 a month. We appreciate all of your support, and we are so grateful. Right, let's get into it. Labro, what a night. An Olympiacos that we weren't necessarily expecting if you'd said this to us a week ago, and we're 2-1 up.
Yeah,
how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, there was a Costa cut a clip of ours in the last basketball game where I said Panathinaikos always throws in the towel when they know that, or basically storms off and throws like a shit show whenever they lose. They can't help themselves. They literally cannot help themselves. And tonight, it feels like they got so hyped up on their own supply. Just absolutely, everything that's happened off the court got to their head, I think. And our players were much more zen, like ready to see it through. And their players just got caught up in the atmosphere and the drama and the emotions. And it showed tonight. They were just insane. They were freaking out over just nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And it threw their players off the game, and just, it was a great game of basketball from us. We played amazing. The 3-pointers were just going in tonight. Fournier was great. Vezenkov played great. Milutinov came off the bench and kind of just stole the show. I talked to Costa about this. Even with Lesor, the trick to beating this Panathinaikos team is in the paint, in my opinion, because Lesor is an undersized big. Wenyan Gabriel is like awful at protecting the rim, and getting him in foul trouble is quite easy. Yurtseven is mediocre in defense. And, that's what we did. We just attacked the rim, got Gabriel in foul trouble. Milutinov played good. And then the 3-pointers opened up. That's the key to success that we've had all season. And it was a great game. It was a great game from us. And I think I've seen most Greek reporters, like, no one's even talking about the referees. I don't think anyone can watch that game tonight. Like, you can throw any neutral fan and be like, the refs played any role in the game tonight. I think we beat them fair and square away from home. And now it's the old Kobe. It's not over yet. We got one more. We got to win. And we cannot. I hope the fans give them no reason to storm off and like run away. I'm waiting for it. Like, I'm waiting. So I can't wait for Sunday. Off to you, Dimitri.
Bro, that Kobe shit, the minute that game ended, it was all I could think about. I was like, Is the job done? Is the job done? It's not done. It's not done. And first things first, let's start with the first thing that you said. How calm we were, how composed we were in comparison to them. That all stems from Barzokas, I think. It's so rare to see him so calm, so composed. A lot of people about a week ago were saying that it's because he's clocked out. He's going at the end of the season. You can see he's tired. You can see he's done. I don't know what it is, but something switched, and he's calm, he's collected, he's calculated. Even when Ataman does that, the clown shit, like not accepting what do we call it in English? The emblem? Like when they exchange, like in Greek we call it lavara, but what do we call it in English when they exchange the team sort of emblems?
The banner,
the banner, yeah.
Whatever.
Panathinaikos, Ataman didn't accept it. So even from then, and Barzokas just looking at him like, "Are you for real, bro? Like,
why is he? Why are they feeding like the toxicity? I just don't understand."
Yeah, him and Giannakopoulos are like twins separated at birth. I shit you not. I've never met someone who just gels so well together and just being cunts. It's insane.
But they just can't accept it. Like
they can't accept it. They can't accept it. I've never met such bad losers. They're worse than Real Madrid. So even from that moment, even pre-game, Barzokas just looked like he was like, "Fuck this. I'm not gonna lose my shit here." And that translated in team. It was, in my opinion, not just the best performance we've had of this season, but arguably the most composed, professional performance we've had under Barzokas ever. I'm not saying the best ever Barzokas performance, but the most professional and just like head in the game performance ever. It looked like we were there to get the job done, get in, get out, bye-bye, see you Sunday. And they achieved that. Even when the whole thing towards the end of the game kicked off with Nunn trying to basically take Fournier's head off, even with that, people were really quick to grab Fournier and take him out of it. I think Shaq basically saved him from throwing punches. And then if they had just been over Fournier a tiny bit more, they would have stopped what happened with the fans. He wouldn't have got kicked out. However, in the grand scheme of things, what happened with the fans and the lovely little love sign that he gave them is brilliant. It's brilliant. It doesn't affect Sunday because he's not banned for that game. We won the game tonight, so in a way, only good came from that. I thought it was, and we'll never forget that.
But those fans, that section in OAKA, like that courtside seat, like you can see it on the stream. Like they're so aggressive. Bro, they're basically on top of the refs. Yeah. They're like all game. They're just like boom, boom, like this, like almost touching the players. And he does the motion to them that they have done to him and swearing at the refs and swearing at the players. And they're going to sue him or whatever. They're in the media saying, like, what losers, man? Like, what losers?
They're going to sue him for what? Like, I don't understand how Christ. I'd be pissed.
They can talk. They can talk. Yeah. And then a guy gives it back. Nowhere to be seen. It's just a clown show. Like, some of these people, fans in general, like NBA players will say, this needs to just shut up, man. Like, just like, what a clown show. What are you going to do? You're going to go up to like a 6'6", 200 centimeter dude, like in peak fitness. What are you going to do?
Fournier looks like dude? He looks like a bad man. He looks like a
fat guy eating his like potato chips. Like, dude, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, what? You're so scary yelling. What are you going to do? Like, it must be a joke to some of them at some point, but
it's whatever. What I was saying. So, for those of you that don't know, as part of our Patreon, we have a WhatsApp group where you can join for us. This was $1 a month, and you can interact with us, the hosts, and we all chat about all things Olympiacos. It pops off all the time, but especially during game days, and even more when there's this circus of toxicity around the Greek Basketball League finals, which is just an absolute shit show. And I was saying in the group chat, I was like, if you're not Greek and you're watching this from abroad, if you're just a basketball fan, or if you're a non-Greek who's moved to Greece and you start supporting Olympiacos, like this is just, it's cinema. It's pure cinema. I can't describe it to people that don't, to people that haven't watched this game or aren't from Greece or Turkey or Serbia. You can't explain this level of lunacy. Yeah. And thank God we won, because my head would have been gone if we had lost. If when Nunn did the unsportsmanlike foul of Fournier and it took them 15 minutes for the refs to restart the game, Fournier gets ejected, and there's a slight change in momentum. If we go on and lose that game, my head would be on Mars. I would have been gone. I would have been fuming. So it's a good thing we won, because the amount of shithousery that we're seeing is just absolute madness.
You know what's
Now,
crazy to me in the EuroLeague? One thing, I find like the take fouls, like the anti-Atletico foul, whatever they call it in English, like the unsportsmanlike foul.
unsportsmanlike.
Like the fact that some dude can take your head off and that's the same as not playing the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the same consequence. Like let's say
that's
my
only
guard.
Europe, though.
But
That's only Europe.
I know it's European basketball thing, but it's like it makes sense. I like that foul call because in the NBA you have guys who just to eat the foul whenever they want.
Yeah.
But like there has to be some more punishment for Kendrick Nunn for literally an like that's not just like taking a foul to stop a fast break. That is like literally endangering a guy.
Yeah.
And
to be fair, he endangered himself as well, the way he jumped up that high. I mean, if he lands badly, he's fucked. I think I agree. This is something that I think the NBA and American basketball has better than us because they have differentiation in the level of fouls. Yeah, flagrant 1, flagrant 2, ejection. In Europe, you just have a normal foul and an unsportsmanlike foul. And unsportsmanlike can, as you said, can vary from anything from trying to stop a fast break by not playing the ball and just sort of putting your hand and trying to grab him or something to what Nunn did, where, I mean, I don't know how to describe apart from literally he looked like he had hate. But that
NBA, was Nunn is gone. Like that's a flagrant.
Yeah, Nunn's gone. The minute they see that, he's gone, ejected.
And
ejected
the NBA is
fined.
soft. I know the NBA is soft, and people will say that, but like the rule of the book, he didn't play the foul, contact head or neck on net. Like he was gone. Like in the NBA's definition, very clear guidance, he would have been gone. Like
100%.
And then he assaulted basically the referee, like almost slapped the whistle out of his mouth. Like,
when he was grabbing his whistle and he was telling him to use it, and it's like, how are you not taking this man up earlier? Tim Duncan got ejected for laughing on the bench, right, in the NBA. I'm not saying go to that extreme.
But Ataman, again, if you're like in an NBA finals, Ataman probably got ejected in like the second or third quarter. Like, seriously, the guy gets away with so much shit because all of the referees like, we cannot eject this guy. Like, these games are too important. He picks up the first technical on some stupid shit like he always does, and he'll always get the last technical when it's clear they're about to lose the game. It's literally the story. He does it every game, man. Like
every game when they lose. Every game.
Every game.
Right. I mean, obviously this is crazy and this is funny because we've won, but let's move on to the actual game because as we both said, it was incredible basketball. It was in my opinion, the best game we've had this season. Offensively, we were unbelievable. If Dorsey shot 2 from 4 at the free throw line in the last few seconds, if he had made one more, we would have hit 100 in OAKA. In my lifetime, I never remember us having done that. So it would have been even more salt in the wounds of Panathinaikos. So
Dorsey,
let's start.
First of all,
I want to start. I actually want to start with Mustafa Fall because he got injured in the 5th minute. However, up until that moment, he was our best player.
Yeah,
he was. I thought he came out strong. We came out with a clear game plan of feeding the big man and sort of trying to get him to play off him. And if he can post up. Because I mean, Gabriel can't do shit on Fall. And
he
Fall
can.
is not. He's not.
He can't on Milutinov either, man. That's the issue. It's the thing that we should be doing every time we play Panathinaikos is literally dominating them at the 5, like playing 2000 style basketball, like literally just posting up ball on the one-on-one on the low block with Gabriel or posting 100%. Up Milutinov. He cannot. He'll get into foul trouble. They'll put your 7 in, and then they'll put Mitoglu on, and they're giving up space on the boards. It's like they can't. They don't have rim protection.
That inside play, I don't understand why it's not every single game against them that we dominate in there. I just don't get it.
Gabriel literally just can't. He cannot. He has to commit the foul because he can't defend him one-on-one. Or
Gabriel got 4 fouls. Gabriel got 4 fouls. I've actually got the stats here. I think he got 4 fouls in the space of like 10 minutes he played.
Yeah, our bigs are too big and too strong for him to play. Like when in Gabriel's good 5 for like switching. He's good on the boards. But he can't play back down defense. You know what I mean? When he's getting back down, that's not his game. Like, and that's not what he did. Like when he was playing over here in the States, like that's not.
So Gabriel got 4 fouls in 14 minutes, right? That's like a foul every 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's just the domination. And then when Four went down, when he got injured within 5 minutes, I just went, oh, we're fucked. Because you're expecting Milutinov to play, 30 minutes? And Wright has not been included in the Greek League finals, which I thought was a mistake because both our bigs are very injury prone. So I was really worried, but fair play to Milutinov because he was incredible. And in that second quarter, which was offensively our worst quarter, because first quarter we scored 30, third quarter we scored 34, fourth quarter we scored 22, 21, something like that. 21, yeah. Second quarter we scored 14. So by far our worst quarter. I thought Milutinov was excellent. He was scoring, he was keeping us in the game. He had his mid-range were on points, his floaters were on point.
The floaters were great. Yeah.
It was great. So I mean, and then I was just watching it going, fuck me, how are we letting this player go? But apparently he's come out after the game and he's made a statement that people are interpreting as if he's staying. I haven't heard it. I haven't read it. So if anyone in the comments wants to tell us what he said, then feel free. But I mean, as I said, both our bigs for Milutinov, excellent today. Forlan only played 5 minutes. Hopefully plays on Sunday. But if Milutinov has the game.
It's easy for these dudes, man. It's too easy. It's just like that's where we should be going. We should be, whenever we have like a bad set, like we can't get into a play, just fucking swing it out, ISO, dump it into the 5, and good things will happen. You'll pick up a foul. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna put them in. They may have to switch, and you can swing the ball and get an open 3. Just we'll see with Milutinov, man. With it's gonna be exhausting on Sunday. He's gonna have to play, but I do think we can play because they're so shit at the 5. They don't have like Lesor. You can go Peters, Vezenkov, Panathinaikos. You can go small, and it's not as painful as if, let's say, we're playing, I don't know,
Real Madrid, and they have to have Alisson.
Yeah, like Real, Efes, like Fener. Fener basically destroyed Pana because like they don't have the size. They can't compete.
Yeah.
They cannot compete in the interior. So it's just like that. I know we don't have basically a playmaker right now. Like Walkup is giving us everything. The coach even said like Walkup is not physically fit to play 30 minutes. He's like 20, 25.
Well, that's why he's not playing him 30 minutes though. I mean, today he got 22, but you saw we even had lineups where McKissic was the point guard.
Yeah.
Saban Lee got a lot of minutes. He got 14, which is what you'd be sort of expecting him to be playing as the third point guard. Walkup got 22, and then McKissic ended up getting 22 as well. But I don't know, about 6 or 7 of those were at the point, which is not something you'd expect from McKissic.
And Dorsey's ball handling was excellent for me today as well.
Dorsey was really good, and he was smart. Like he saw the double teams coming in, he was ditching the ball. I only remember one turnover where he got swiped. I think it was either some way towards halfway through the end of the third or start of the fourth when we had a big lead, but then the momentum was starting to swing, and Barzokas got pissed off him. And
he had some stupid fouls. Like that's what you.
Right. Let's talk about Dorsey before we talk about all the positives. There is one thing that pisses me off on his stupid fouls, as you said, on his defense. It's for me. He's very slow when he's defending on the ball and he's squaring up to, and his players squaring up to him, because he's either not low enough or he's just not quick off his feet. One fake, both Osman and Slukas did it to him a couple of times. One fake one way, rip the ball the other way, and Dorsey has his hand there. He gets called for a foul, and it's stupid because he got 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and that sort of limited him because he had a great game. What did he have? 13 points, 2 threes.
Yeah, he was great. He gave energy. But that's what we've missed, man. Like we need some penetration, we need some ball movement, and sometimes it's too static. And he gives you some energy. He moves, but it's that defense. He does the lazy defense. Like you see it a lot with American players. Like this is such AAU American basketball. Like where. Karl Anthony Towns, literally, I think New York Knicks fans are about to like kick that guy out of town because of how he is like the lazy style. It's not that these guys are like bad defenders. Like Kendrick Nunn, I think would be a great defender like when he's focused, but it's just they do this thing where they put the hands or they come late, they put the hand, and in Europe, you draw the foul immediately once the hand goes on the chest. In the US and the NBA, sometimes they'll let it slide. But they get ringed up on it and they get stupid fucking fouls. And Dorsey still, for all his years in Europe, plays that lazy American AAU style defense, and it catches him.
It's like watching normal people. That's not how a professional should be playing defense. It's like watching you and me. Like, that is the sort of defense I watch and I go,
even Chetty Osman, man. Chetty Osman is so impressive. Like, his body, his movement, you're like, okay, this guy's played in like multiple NBA finals. Like, just like
Chetty Osman was incredible today.
He's been incredible for them, man. Like, when he came in, I was like, oh, what does Chetty Osman have to give at this point in his career? Fucking a lot, man. You can tell he's built where this guy played in NBA and played with like very strong physical guards. I mean, his footwork. He was
teammates with LeBron James, wasn't he?
Yeah, he played in Cleveland with Dellavedova during those finals. Yeah, didn't he win an NBA finals?
Well, Cleveland? I mean, was he part of the 3-1 team that came back 3-1, or did he sign for them afterwards?
He may have signed.
I think he signed for them. I think he signed for them maybe a year after that. I'm not sure. I think he was part of the 2018 finals, but the year that J.R. Smith just held the ball instead of attacking.
But Osman, in my opinion, is such a smart player. Defends well. He's
really explosive on the drive.
I didn't know he was big too. He's pretty big guard. Like, he's not a.
But he's not a guard. I think he's a power forward.
No, Osman in the NBA was like a guard, man. Maybe in Europe.
No, he's a small forward / power forward. Yeah, I mean, at least they have him down here as a forward. I'd say he plays a 3.
In the US, he was playing more like 2. I want to say, like, he was playing like bigger guard. He's like but that's the thing. He has the ball handling ability of a guard. You know, it's just he's a very good player, fun to watch. But you know, I will say though, Dorsey. I don't know if you saw with one foul he gave. And Barzokas went over and he's like, what the fuck are you? Like, he lost it all. You know, he was calm all game. And then, like, I remember looking over at the bench. He's lost it on Dorsey. You're like, okay, that's why Tyler Dorsey has been, like, riding the bench for a large portion of
he got pissed off when he got taken off at the start of the fourth, at some point in the fourth quarter. I think it was right after the Kendrick Nunn and Sportsmanlike. He got taken off like a minute after because he kept fucking up. Yeah. So it looks quite clear that Barzokas still gets pissed off with him about stuff. But I mean, the last game and this game, I think he was a catalyst. Both him and Milutinov have been catalysts because you expect Fournier, you expect Vezenkov, but these two and my boy Shaq McKissic
gave good minutes for the first time in like months tonight.
I know. I think last game as well he was
last game as well. Okay,
last game and this game. But do you see what I mean? It's what we were saying a couple of. I was saying this on one of the Full Court 3 shows. We were saying it with Ioanni that you expect these players, you expect certain things from these players. And when these players are hitting, then Olympiacos is hitting all around. Like, you expect certain points from Dorsey, you expect certain things from McKissic, you expect certain things from Walkup. Like, Walkup hit his first 3 today at the start of the game. He was hitting threes. He was hitting he had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 points. That's exactly what you want from a player like Walkup. That is literally a Walkup stat line. He hit his first 3.
They went up. That 3-pointer was huge, too. They went up 5-0. I think Vezenkov, someone missed an open 3. Anyway, they went up 5-0. Chetty hit a 3. And you're like, oh, shit. Like, the crowd is firing. It's a fucking shit show in there. Walkup hits that. It wasn't an easy 3-2. Hits a good shot. Yeah. And the place just, like, they lost a breath. And you felt, you know, if he didn't make that, you know, they were off to a storming start. So that was huge. In my opinion, we're going to look back on that, I think, importantly.
Props to him. Props to McKissic, who, as we said, playing both at the point, was very explosive, added those dunks that sort of at home gives you the energy and the fans go, but when you're away, it sort of kills the home fans. Yeah. So it's a good way to silence them. And he hit a big 3, which he struggled in the second half of the season. First half of the season, he was excellent on his 3-pointers. It was clear that he'd improved over the summer. Second half of the season, he's been shit with his 3-pointers. But today, made a big 3-pointer that, again, really helped keep that distance, that gap to double digits. I mean, from everyone who played today, deserves a shout out. But now we need, I mean, one more before we move to the 2 big ones, to the 3 big ones. Shout out for Papanikolaou as well.
Yeah,
big 3 shots. Big 3 in the third quarter, and 2 big defenses where with a steal and a slap on the ball when it was going into their big man and he came from behind and just slapped it out. A lot of important plays here and there by a lot of role players, a lot of players that aren't necessarily our stars. And I think that helped a lot with having control of the game.
And what helps massively as well for the Dorsey, for the walk-up minutes, is Jerry and Grant foul trouble and Slukas none backcourt, like that are just shit defenders, to be honest. So it's just that also helps a lot. Like when you have Grant, none, Osman, it's fucking brutal, man. Like that's a really difficult. That they're quite good. But when you go,
and Grant is a really good defender as well.
Grant's a really good defender. He's a great defender, and he can shut down Walkup like off the dribble at full court. That's like one of our main issues is when they go full court with Grant. But they didn't have him tonight because he got into foul trouble. So that was huge.
Right, let's talk about the big three. The first of all, we touched on him a little bit. Milutinov, again, just shout out props. I mean, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 17 points in 28 minutes.
Crazy.
As we said, he played mega minutes today because of Foles injury, but his mid-range shots and his floaters, especially in that second quarter, were just absolutely incredible and so crucial for the team. Whenever we needed a basket, he just seemed to be there. And also his distribution was really good. This is why Barzokas prefers Fall most of the time over Milutinov, is his assists, is the way that you dish it to the big inside the paint and then he finds the open man. But Milutinov did that really well today and gave us that sort of stretch the court situation where he finds the corner threes, boom, hits it, gang. That's so props to him because he's been playing out of his skin last few games. Yeah. And then the two big boys.
They showed up big tonight. Yeah.
Our 2 stars showed up. Fournier in 23 minutes at 15 points and Vezenkov in 35 minutes at 25 points. I mean, what can you say for both of them? Huge shots. Yeah. Right. Let's talk about Vezenkov first. Even though he had more points, I think it's because Fournier, because of the whole situation, he was more of a protagonist in the game. So let's talk about Vezenkov first. I mean, fucking hell, 25 points, 2 from 3 on free throws, 4 from 4 on 2-pointers, 5 from 10 on 3-pointers. He hit 50% of his threes, and some of them were from downtown.
Way downtown. Yeah. No, that was the thing. Like some of his, also again, back to the very beginning of the game, he wins that foul. I think it was it Mitoglu who fouled him on the 3-pointer? That was like near the start of the game as well. And they just lost it. It set them off. You know, it was the walk-up 3. I think it was then the foul on the 3-pointer.
Clear foul, by the way. Clear foul.
Yeah, you got clear foul. No one protested it. And they lost their head. That from that moment on, the stadium, the players, they all felt like there was a conspiracy against him. But a lot of those shots he hit, it was just like swing it out to him and just pull it, man. Like fucking shoot that thing and help and hope. And the thing is, when I feel like sometimes when he pulls up for a 3, he does so strategically when he sees like our big positioning up for the rebound. He made some really good decisions where I think he took 3-pointers because he knew Milutinov was good for the offensive rebound against Gabriel as well. So, or your yard 7, like we had some good offensive rebounding tonight. Something that was an issue, I think, in game 1. So, no, Vezenkov did really well.
He had a couple of big offensive boards as well. Vezenkov, where we were sort of struggling to hit our shots. Like we had 2 or 3 possessions where we didn't score and then missed shot. And then he was grabbing the rebound, putting it back in with his classic sort of just tip in. So he was helping there as well. I mean, this is the thing. The Monaco game in the Final Four and then the first game against the Vazelis at OAKA last week, it was clear that both teams sort of tailored their defense around him and were double teaming really hard and denying the ball and playing extra tough on him. But if he hits 1 or 2 shots at the start, everything opens up. And especially if his teammates start hitting the shots around him as well, they can't play the same sort of tight defense. And unfortunately, this was the issue with Monaco. that Fournier was the only one that was hitting anything. So that was the only real play they had to worry about. And then Vezenkov, they could afford to put 2 guys on him. But when everyone is contributing, you're picking up each other's slack, and that gives more space to Vezenkov. He had a lot more time today where he was catching the ball, and he was either pulling up straight away or even had the time to fake and get himself in a better position or find someone in a better position. So it just goes to show that when everyone's sort of performing around him, he performs even better, which for me is why he's such a brilliant system player and works brilliantly with Olympiacos' style of play and Barzokas' style of play. He's not, a Nunn or a Fournier who creates for himself. The system works brilliantly for him, and he cuts well, and he finds the open space, and he's so quick with his release that the system also helps him, though, to get in those positions and shoot those shots that for him just work brilliantly. It's a match made in heaven, in my opinion. Olympiacos, Barzokas, and Vezenkov just gel beautifully together, and today was a perfect example of that. And on that note, let's finish up with the Caviari, the sexy man from tonight, Evan Fournier, who clearly had a hard on throughout the entire game, didn't he? I mean, the first half he didn't play much. I don't think he played him at all in the second quarter. He sort of took him off towards the end of the first, and then didn't really play him because he didn't really play that well. I think I haven't got the stats here in front of me of how he did in the first half, but
I'm trying to remember.
Was it 0 points in the first half, or am I imagining that?
I'd have to look back. Honestly, I'd have to look back. I don't remember.
I distinctly remember
that break in the game, man, feels like it was 2 hours, man. I'm trying to remember the first half.
It was like 15-20 minutes. It was 15-20 minutes. But I distinctly remembering at the half going, Milutinov is playing well, McKissic's playing well, Vezenkov's playing well. Everyone seems to be playing well. Just wait until Fournier gets in the game. We're going to kill him.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the third. And Fournier, when he started hitting his
some
threes,
huge threes. It was that third quarter run where like Vezenkov, Fournier, and Papanikolaou hit the threes, and you're like, that kind of put them at bay. Like you could, when we went up by like, was it 13 or 14? Like, oh god, the place went so quiet. Like it was
like a cemetery. Yeah, he was 50% from 3, 4 from 8, and I think he was 0 from 3 to start. I think he went 4 from 5 afterwards.
He got hot. He hit that really corner hot. 3. He hit pick and pop. He
pulled up from far away for one of them as well, like Sasha did. He pulled up from like NBA range, quite far back. And they're daggers, man. They're absolute daggers, because if you're the opponent team and if you're the opposing fans, you're thinking that's a Hail Mary. You're thinking that's a prayer shot. And but for players like Fournier and Vezenkov, and in their case, players like Nunn and Slukas, they can do those shots too. We saw Nunn do it. And you're
Nunn
like,
answered one of their threes, like insane range, man. You're like, he pulled up from like near half court and just drained it. And you're like, oh fuck. Like those are killer shots, you know? And
killer shots. But and Nunn, if they're for you, you love them. If they're against you, you're like, fuck me, you want to die. Like,
and I want to look at the stats as well, because I haven't really pulled them up. But like last game, Panathinaikos were awful, man. They were awful. Nunn didn't even get into like.
Nunn was shit last game. I think
Nunn was mediocre.
Slukas and Papapetru were the only players that played well last game for them.
They were the only players who like exceeded 12, 13 points. And so for them, it has to suck too, because I think Slukas and Nunn played pretty well tonight. Like Nunn didn't get into foul trouble. He was hitting shots. He was playing well.
I mean, Nunn had 25 points, bro. Of course he played well. The man. He had what?
But there's been questions about Nunn. He's been not having the best past few months. But I thought he played well tonight. He struggled
in the Final Four as well, didn't he?
I thought he played well tonight. And hold on, let me pull up the stats.
Do you know what I think? The difference is these last 2 games, especially tonight, was our role players, the non-starters, the non-Fournier and Vezenkov showed up, whereas their Juanchos didn't show up, right? 27 minutes, he got 3 points. their Papapetru, who played last game and got like 15, 18, 20 points. How much he got today? He got 3. Grant, 8 points. Gabriel, 4 points. Mitoglu, 0. So outside of Nunn and Osman, who got more than half their points, they got 50 points.
Chetty was unreal, man.
Unreal.
Chetty had a great game.
He was the best player on the court, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
thought Chetty Osman was the best. I thought he was better than our guys. I thought he was incredible. And every time he touched the ball, he did whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
So fair play to him. But them two got 50 and together, and Slukas got 15. So 3 players got 65 out of their 88 points. That's like, what, 3/4 of their points?
They got basically nothing from Mitoglu, Papapetru, and Juancho.
Juancho is a catalyst for them, and Grant.
Yeah, Juancho for me is what did he go? He went 1 for 5 from 3, 0 for 1 from 2. Like
in 27 minutes,
he was awful tonight. I don't know why he didn't go to Papapetru sooner because he had such a great game.
He had a great game on.
It's like why? What did he play him? Like 6 minutes? He played him 9 minutes.
Played him very, very little. Very, very little.
But Juancho with like the -10 plus minus, Slukas -17 plus minus, which is not my favorite stat. But the issue with Slukas, Nunn on the court together is just the defense is non-existent.
Defense is shit, yeah.
Because
and also it gives with having Slukas on the court, it gives the opposing team a different option as well, because you can post up your guard against him. Yeah. And we do it with Walkup. You give it to the low post. Walkup tries to post up. If there isn't something there, he just dishes it out and finds a space because the double team collapses. So having Slukas on the court is a liability.
The thing with Ataman too is you don't have a rim protector. You don't have a 5, so you can't play shit defensive guards, man, or you're gonna get cooked. And that's what's happened the past 2 games for me. Like that's the combo. That is what is gonna win us a series. Like their perimeter defense isn't good enough to cover basically their weakness at the 5 and their lack of rim protection with Gabriel. That's the issue for me. And now what's happening is they're getting beat off the dribble and they're getting killed on the 3, the kick out. You know what I mean? That's also an issue they're facing right now. So if I was them, I'm freaking the fuck out tonight, not because of the referees. I'm freaking out because, Nunn gave you a good game. Osman gave you an unreal game, and you were nowhere to be seen. You just couldn't.
We were the better team throughout the entirety of the game. After the first couple of minutes, we were the better team. So it wasn't even
basketball, though. It wasn't like fluke or like we shot really well from 3 in that third quarter. I'm gonna give it like we shot.
We went into the half 35% from 3, and about halfway through the third quarter, it'd gone up to 50%.
So you can say like, we got hot from 3. But we played better basketball tonight. Like we played much better basketball, the ball movement, the shots, like better shot creation. All of it is like Barzokas ball to a T. And for PAO, it's like, man, you're looking like I'm looking at their bench, like I'm trying to find solutions.
Yeah,
and it's going to be really difficult. It's really difficult for them without a 5, like without the center. It's just
so. This is what let's wrap up on this. Then let's finish up on this. Let's talk a little bit about Sunday. What are you seeing for Sunday? What do we take? What do we do the same? Is there anything we change? And what does Panathinaikos need to win? What do we what do they need? What do we have to stop from their side?
The game, like simply put, I think comes down to Milutinov. Does he have the fitness to play long minutes? 2, can Panathinaikos get him into foul trouble? Can they attack the rim and get him into foul trouble and shift us into that shitty no center lineup? That's the key for me to everything. That's the key to Sunday. Milutinov is the key to everything.
So are you saying because one of our fans here is asking, will there be a transfer show about basketball? Milutinov apparently going to Milano. Are you signing Milutinov straight away? Are you giving him what he wants?
Yeah, I think you have to. If they win this series and he plays the big minutes, like you got to give him. The question for me is, you need it. I think we need. I like Petrusev in the small ball lineup, the switch everything lineup at the 5. I really like that. But is Mustafa Fall like your your other center? That's my question.
Well, but that's the problem, isn't it? That's what our lineup has been this year. Milutinov and Fall have been our two centers, and we've seen that we've struggled.
Like
we don't have enough scoring from them in certain games.
I think, I just think Wright. I don't know if he's good enough to be your number 2 center as well. Like maybe in some world someday, like Milutinov, Wright, and Petrusev could have been like a good front court. But
what would you say if that's our front court next year?
I think Wright is already gone. Right, he announced he signed with Zalgiris.
Well, he hasn't announced technically anything. He's those interviews that are basically announcements, but they haven't technically announced them. So.
I don't know if I'm there yet with Moses Wright to play him.
So okay, if he goes, do you bring in another? Do you bring in a smaller sort of 5 that is more athletic?
I think that's what you look at. So it gives you some flexibility.
And you get rid of 4. You let him go.
It's tough, but I think you do. Like you didn't.
Yeah.
I think why do you have the same type of 5? You have 2 big 7-footers. It gives you more flexibility.
Labro, I fully agree with you. I re-sign Milutinov. I bring back Petrusev, and if Wright's gone, I sign a Lesort type player.
Yeah, you're looking. I think you want a more athletic big who can throw lobs, who can that
Kyle
type of
Hines, a Brian Dunstan, like one of those bigs that we had 10 years ago that just brought you something different.
Yeah, I think you can go on the market. I think there's going to be some interesting players coming from the States this summer. So
let's see. I mean, we've got a long time until then. You're saying Milutinov is the key.
I think the I'll close on this. He is the key. And if we don't win Sunday, I don't know how he plays again 30 minutes game 5 away. It's going to be so difficult. It's going to be so difficult. So that's my take.
My take is I agree about the Milutinov thing. It's definitely a concern. I think they're going to be better than they were today. I think they're going to be much better, Panathinaikos. I think it's going to be a much closer game. I hope I'm wrong and we demolish them by 30 so that we don't have 10 heart attacks. But I think we need to win on Sunday. We can't if we don't get it done, I don't want to say anything, but it would be.
We're falling apart. We're literally falling out of bodies. We're running out of bodies.
We are so close to achieving the gutsiest, ballsiest championship win we've ever had, but we are also so close to it all falling apart. We are literally walking a very fine tightrope. So I think Sunday is the biggest game we've had in so long, because I can't see how, with everything that has gone on this season and the pressure that they put on the refs and the toxicity that is surrounding this, if this goes to game 5 in OAKA, I don't know how we walk away from there with a win.
It
has to get done on Sunday, and I think honestly, I think we can do it. We showed today that we are the better team. We showed today why we are the best team in Europe throughout the whole season. Unfortunately, the EuroLeague's Final Four is how it works. And if you're not on your day, you're not on your day. But I think across the entire season and anything that has series, we are the best team and we can beat anyone over a prolonged period of games. So I think on Sunday, if that fluidity in the game is still there, if we're composed, if we're calm, if we're collected, and importantly, if we hit our threes, that opens up everything. It doesn't have to be as incredible as it was today, because you won't have games like you did today, where at some point you were shooting above 50%. That's not normal. A good 3-point shooting team shoots around 40%. So if we can get to that level, I think we've got the game.
Yeah, I think we got to keep our head too. This is such a shit show that I'm really worried about what's going to happen off the court and what's going to happen during the game, and Ataman and Nunn and all of it. I just hope that we show up, we win, and this is the end of the story. I'm really worried about Jesus Christ. I can't even I'm struggling to see what happens if they actually lose Sunday as well.
Oh, yeah, the game, I don't know. Ataman will probably take his players and walk off before the game even ends.
I honestly don't. I don't see a way where they're still on the court hitting 0. Ataman shakes anyone's hands and says, like, congrats. Like,
yeah, I mean, I could see him walking out if we start cussing out Turkey. If he starts hearing the fans swearing about Turkey, I could see him just getting up and leaving.
Yeah,
but that's.
I just hope the fans don't do anything stupid.
I think there's a lot on social media. There's a lot on social media by the Olympiacos fans saying, "Don't give them any excuse. Be there with your voice. Be there with your passion, but just don't give them any excuse. Support the team in the best way you can without giving Panathinaikos an excuse to do anything stupid and walk away."
I think that's correct.
But I think we should end with it's been a fantastic night. It's been a beautiful night to be an Olympiacos fan, especially with everything that's been surrounding the basketball league the past week, the toxicity, the hooliganism seen by Giannakopoulos and Ataman, and also the tough results we had in the first game and in the Monaco game. So to have a game like this today I'm going to sleep well tonight. Like I'm proud of this team. They've put it out. So I want to end on the good hope, on the good note, rather than thinking about what could happen on Sunday. We'll worry about that on Sunday.
Good vibes, good team.
Good
and
vibes,
I feel like after last season, the players are like, we got to fucking finish this game. We got to finish them Sunday.
But that's what Vezenkov, I don't know if you saw towards the end of the game with about a minute left when Dorsey was shooting free throws, Vezenkov had Walkup on with his hand on his shoulder and he was talking to him and his hand was like in a fist and he was like something like this finishes now or something like that. We get this done. It was it gave me those sort of vibes. So I do think that the players are locked in, and last year hopefully was a lesson for them.
They look super locked in. They look super focused. The whole team looks together. It's just look where we were in Abu Dhabi. Like all of the players, like
not even Abu Dhabi, bro. A week ago, after Abu Dhabi,
literally just like I'm out of here. The season's over. Spineless. So we shall see.
Right. Guys, as we're about to head off, just a final reminder to please like and subscribe, comment, interact with us. We appreciate all of your support. Help us grow the word, help us grow 307 International and spread the word of Olympiacos throughout the globe. We have fans in every little dots of earth. Like you could find Olympiacos fans literally everywhere. So help us get to them. And if you can, please feel free to donate and join us on Patreon. You can join from as little as $1. And as I said, you as part of that, you can join the WhatsApp group where it pops off. I mean, the game today and the conversation was one of my all-time favorite days because you just end up laughing at the shit show that you're watching and everyone's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's just madness. So if you can, please feel free to join us on Patreon. We appreciate all your love and support. And on that note, we're going to sign off. It's been a pleasure. It's been a very feel-good show with Dimitri and Labro. Hopefully we catch you on Sunday with some even better news, celebrating a championship that will feel like a huge accomplishment, like climbing Mount Everest. Like it's been very, very gutsy and ballsy, and this team deserves it. If you're at Seth on Sunday, give it your all, and hopefully you witness a very memorable night. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Labro, I'll let you say the final words.
Yeah, good night, everyone. Have a great evening. Happy weekend. Enjoy time with your family, friends. We're getting into the summer months, so enjoy. And then Sunday, let's go again, and stick away from the bullshit that's about to come. The announcements. So we'll see.
Yep. See you later, guys.
See ya.